Good afternoon and welcome to the Double Ice Complex in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador. Day number 2 of the Under-18 Atlantic Hockey Championships continue. The Halifax McDonalds playing their first game of the day. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like I've seen these guys more. That's because they played twice yesterday. Game number 3 of the tournament for Halifax. Game number 3 of the tournament for the Charlottetown Knights as well. Halifax went 1-1 yesterday, lost the opener against the Pinnacle Growlers, came back in the nightcap and beat the other Newfoundland team, the East Coast Blizzards. For Charlottetown, they started off with a 7-4 loss at the hands of the Moncton Flyers and then came back with a victory over the Pinnacle Growlers earlier today. So both teams 1-1, chasing Moncton up at the top of the standings, who are 2-0. Waugh tried to backhand it in, but it hit a Max player. They'll come in. Welsh snaps a shot that goes wide off a leg. LeDrew hit along the backboards. Max trying to get it out in front. That'll just go off a stick, and coming away is Jelly. Jonah Jelly, player of the game in the Knights' first game earlier today in that win over the Growlers. Back down the ice comes O'Coin. Takes a good bump along the wall as Charlottetown comes up with the puck. I'll just apologize in advance and set the over-under at how many times I call the Knights the Islanders at 3, and I will try to go under on the day. Knocked in by Charlottetown. Stopped by the goaltender and left back there for the defense, McMinn. As we pass the opening minute of the hockey game, up through the middle. Nice pass, finds his man. Shot ripped up high as Abbas put it up over top of the cage, and another big hit. Morrison throwing his man down. Kennedy right back up, and he's got the puck. Kennedy tries to go high, hit the outside of the net. Halifax into the middle for Abbas. He had a defensive stick to deal with. Didn't get a whole lot on that one. Good pressure by Halifax as it gets in behind the Prince Edward Island net. Both players go down there in the corner as the Knights find it and play it out. Bouncing puck will fall to Arsenault. Arsenault stops up, gets tripped up. Can't keep the puck inside the zone as he's in a battle with Fletcher. Arsenault will win it back from him and move it in. Arsenault over to McDonald, some open ice. McDonald scores! Jonah McDonald, first goal, first point of the Atlantic Championships for him. And the Knights take an early 1-0 lead. The traveling PEI contingent loving it once again as the Knights take an early 1-0 lead in this hockey game over Halifax. Goaltender Thompson comes out of the net, plays it around the board, and the Max scores. Thompson never got back in the net in time. Goaltender's going to protest that he was cut off and prevented from getting in there. The Max, meanwhile, they're headed back to the bench to celebrate 1-1. Zach Lorette getting his second of the Atlantics. Second goal, second point for Zach Lorette. Just like that, 1-1 game. The shots are 1-1. The score is 1-1. You don't see that often. Just 17 seconds in between goals. Arsenault with the lone assist. His second assist, second point of the tournament on the Prince Edward Island goal. Halifax trying to play it into the middle. Lorette was in front of the net again, but they can't get the puck to him this time around. Charlottetown will take it in behind their goal. Arnold and Asbridge getting the assists on the Halifax goal for Parker Asbridge. That's his second assist, second point of these championships. For Isaac Arnold, his first assist and second point of the Atlantics. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the first period. We are tied at 1. Goals by Jonah McDonald and Zach Lorette. Penalty coming up. It'll be against Halifax. Goaltender going off for the extra attacker, but he won't get to the bench in time. Interference against the McDonalds. Just 3:18 gone in this first period, and it is McDonald for Halifax. Goes to the penalty box for interference. So first power play of the game belongs to the Knights as they look to set up. Halifax gets a defensive stick on that pass, but Charlottetown gets it back, and it's Voss. Doesn't have a lane, as a man all over him, so he'll play it in deep. Jelly not able to get it in behind the net, and Halifax will get it out. Fletcher, puck kind of stopped up behind him. He might have been off to the races. Stewart knocking it in. Stewart will go to get it along the boards. Stewart keeps it in at the blue line. Moves it in deep. Ross Campbell has a man go down in front of him, prevents him from getting to the puck, and the referee's arms back up in the air. And he's going to call a trip on Campbell. So we got some 4-on-4 hockey coming up here. The tripping call against Ross Campbell of the Charlottetown Knights. Still haven't played 4 minutes of this period. 3:53 as that penalty comes up. Let's see what these boys can do with a little extra room, extra open ice to work with on the 4-on-4. Not something we've seen a lot of so far at this tournament. Charlottetown on the attack all the way to the back wall. Waugh in behind the net. He'll get it to Arsenault. Arsenault back to the line for Voss. Voss gives it back to Waugh. Waugh waits, fires, blocked on the way through. It'll roll all the way on to goal and put just wide as McDonald was looking for his second. .45 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as they get it to Clements. Clements throws it at the net, kick save made by number 1, Cooper Fleming, getting his second start of the Atlantics. Halifax trying to poke it out, and they will. And the Charlottetown player's lost his stick as Shortle comes in, takes a shot up high. Thompson made the save, and he's going to pull that in. Kiefer Thompson in between the pipes for the Charlottetown Bulk Carrier Knights, making his second start of Atlantics as well. Both of these teams dropped their first games, so both goalies are 0 for 1, looking for their first win of these Atlantic Championships. I mean, every game is pivotal when you only get 4 games in a round robin, and you need to be one of the top 2 to play in the championship, but this one especially so, with both teams 1-1. A chance to separate yourself just that little bit. Big hit down there in the corner as Ellis throws down his man, as he has one to do. Abbas to the other side. Shot on by LeDrew, backhander, hit the side of the net. Ellis moves it into the corner. Lorette hit the outside of the post. Just off the mark. LeDrew into the middle. Abbas. A little bit of time, but the space closed up quickly. Halifax keeps it alive. Ellis, beautiful move. And then the saucer pass to get it to LeDrew. Ellis showing off here. Gloved down by the Knights, and it's Ellis who blocks it again. Over to Lorette, and a great save made by Thompson as he follows that puck around, and it's sent out all the way down the ice to Fleming in the Halifax goal as we return to 5-on-5 play. The PEI faithful come to life again as Voss can't clear the zone. Stolen by Halifax and goes off a skate just wide. Played just 6 minutes, 20 seconds of the first period, a 1-1 game. Shots even at 3 apiece. Charlottetown picks it up in their own end of the rink, and they will skate forward. Thompson got to center and rifled it in. White comes up with it for the Knights. Back to the blue line. Long shot from range, still loose, and it goes over the line! Halifax got a defensive stick to it, but by the time McDonald got the puck, he was pulling it out of his net. It had crossed the line. Charlottetown 2, Halifax 1 here in the first period. Evan Nicholson leading the line. Looks like he's claiming that goal. If so, that'll be his first goal, second point of the tournament for him. .6:39 gone as Charlottetown goes back on top for the second time here this afternoon. They had the opening goal. Max answered back in seconds as we get another big collision in behind the net. Players all stay on their skates this time around. Here come the Max again, trying to win it right back. Mumberket's in front of the net. Can they get it to him? Yom put the pass in there, but it was blocked up by Charlottetown. Halifax will try from the point. That changed direction. Knocked away by Thompson. At the line, McDonald kept it in, but gets drilled by Campbell for his efforts. And the shot was blocked on the way through. It is Nicholson who gets the goal. And Murphy with the lone assist. Brennan Murphy getting his second assist and third point of these Atlantic Championships. Halifax will play it back to the line. McMinn gives it to Ellis. Ellis plays it around behind the net. Some support there for the Max, but taken away by Charlottetown. Knights are on the rush. Arsenault down the left wing. Arsenault fanned on it, then takes a bump, couldn't follow up. Halifax will bring it back out. The Max coming in. Ledrew trying to get around. Did get a shot away around Voss, but didn't get as much on it as he would have liked. Thompson able to make the save. Long pass by the Knights. Knocked down by Arsenault. Ellis coming in. Arsenault sidesteps. Arsenault leans into it. Put it wide. Morrison will keep it into the left point. Morrison tries to take a shot. That went off Ledrew and up in the air. A trio of Max there, and they're able to get it away. On the attack now, chance to go 2-on-1. It's 2-on-2 as McDonald comes in, and the pass up in the air too far for Ledrew. Along the wall. Charlottetown, 3 players. They'll win the puck out of that battle. It's Ross Campbell moving forward, out for McDonald. Trying to go back into Campbell, and that's blocked up by Joe Power. Into the corner, trying to get it out to the skates. Kennedy, Ross Campbell. Goal scorer Jonah McDonald in there as well. Finally, the puck comes loose, and it's moved out by Halifax. Knights have to go back into their own end of the rink. Clements under a lot of pressure from Abbas. Clements will turn it back, gave it away. Right there at the goal, they roof it and score! What a strike from Fletcher! As the Max steal the puck in behind the net, Fletcher comes out to the side, waits, fires, and a laser beam into the top. Jacob Fletcher, 4th goal, 5th point of the Atlantics. Halifax ties the game at 2. Unassisted goal as Fletcher stole the puck. We've played 9.5 minutes here in this first period, a 2-2 game. Shots are 6-5. Slight edge to Halifax, who are playing as the home team in this one. Knights will fire it in. Knights will they'll be the home team in their final game tomorrow, as they were the visitor twice today. Waugh tees up a big one. Stewart can't knock it home. Jelly's attempt is blocked. Halifax will lift a high clearance out to center. Stopped up by the Knights. Shot in. And Jude Campbell chasing it down. McDonald there behind his net for Halifax. Has to put it into the corner. Campbell for the Knights. Played it out in front. Murphy was covered. Can't get a shot away. Halifax will get it out through center. Move forward looking for Arnold, broken up by Charlottetown. The Knights will slap it forward, tipped in, a chance to go. Nicholson in on goal, nice save by Fleming. Great stop by Cooper Fleming. Back out in front again, Campbell. Puck bounced past him, wasn't able to get a shot. They'll try from distance. That one didn't miss by much as it goes in behind. And ripples the netting in the back. Clements will track it back down the ice. For Charlottetown, puts on the brakes behind the net. using those red pipes as a third defenseman to create a little space. Campbell unable to handle that pass. Halifax will bring it in, but right onto the stick of Clements. And now up to his wingers. In behind the net, Halifax will win it back. Penn poked out, chance to go 2-on-1. Picked up a Bass, ahead to Fletcher. Trying to give it back to him, and Waugh got his stick in the way. Deflects that puck harmlessly over to the boards, and Charlottetown will get it back out. Power rifles it back in for Halifax. Voss around the boards, Waugh does the rest of the work, gets back to the line but not out. Power there to keep it in for the McDonalds. Kennedy in behind the goal, gets taken down, and a tripping penalty assessed to the Knights. 8:29 to go in the first period, as the referee indicates a trip. Guilty party is going to be number 7, Isaac Voss. And that is a loss as you go into your penalty kill, as Voss eats up a lot of minutes for the Charlottetown team. Right away, Charlottetown able to play this puck out. Halifax will have to pick it up in their own end of the rink. Moving forward up to Ledrew on the right side. Ledrew turns along the boards, feeds it back across the blue line. Now out wide for Fletcher. Fletcher trying to drive toward the net, not able to get there. He'll bang it out from in behind over to the sidewall. And now back to the blue line. McMinn settles it down. Takes a return pass from Welsh. Out on the far side of the rink again. Into the side of the goal. Halifax looking for room in front, and they find it! Brandon Abbas, power play goal! What a setup! The big guy in front puts a max on top for the first time this afternoon, 3-2. First goal of these Atlantics for Abbas. Third point, as number 24 was left with just enough room in front of the net, and he makes no mistake. Goals are fast and furious in this one. Still 7.5 minutes to go here in the first period. It's 3-2. As the Max get it to the side of the goal, and the net is off as the goaltender pushed into it. Max will reset it. Ledrew and Fletcher are going to pick up the assists on that one. So second point of the game for Fletcher to go with his goal. It was number 2 on the game for them. As well, Ledrew gets his first point of the game. Third assist and third point of the Atlantics for Ledrew. Lots of players putting up lots of points at Atlantics. It's exactly what they want to do. Hasn't been great news for the goalies, really, as Thompson covers it up in front of his net. And Lorette involved with some pushing and shoving in behind the goal. Linesmen quickly move in between everybody. And the referee telling everyone, go back, go back. Both of you, gone, he says. Well, players did not move fast enough. So the initial penalty against Charlottetown, and then Lorette ends up taking an extra. And those two continue to chat in the penalty boxes. So we're going to stay 5-on-5 as the penalties cancel one another out. In the corner, McMinn cuts behind the goal. Turns on the brakes, tries to throw it out in front, hit the side of the net. Picked up by Murphy of the Knights. Does enough to get it out over the blue line. Max will reset. They lead 3-2 here in the first period. Charlottetown took the early lead. Halifax tied it. We get an offside. Charlottetown went up again. Halifax tied it again. And then the power play goal, Brandon Abbas, right in the slot. Set up by Fletcher and Ledrew. And that has the Nova Scotia champions in front 3-2 with 6:41 to go in the first period. Shots are 8-7 in favor of the Max. Halifax will move the puck forward and get in over the line. Fletcher chasing it down. Voss tries to keep it away from him and does. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties being announced as the Max go offside at the line. Still got the collision after the whistle as that was lined up. Everybody just quickly resets. Face-off controlled by Halifax. And it'll be fired in by Fletcher. Thompson gives it to his defense. And the Knights will start to move up ice. Clements. Too hot to handle for Arsenault. So that's an icing call against the Charlottetown Knights. 6:04 remaining in period one. If you're scoring at home, cowbell sounds, PEI, horn sounds, Halifax. It's like they coordinated on what kind of noisemakers to bring. And saved down low right off the draw by Thompson. In front, and the play is blown down as the net is off in behind Thompson. He had the shot covered anyway. Kennedy was in a good position for Halifax and let go. A good one as the net came off. Goaltender did get across to stop it anyhow. It's that net down at that end of the ice. It's been a little more problematic than the other one throughout the day today. We still have one more game to go. 8 o'clock starts. The only matchup of the tournament to feature two teams from the same province as the host East Coast Blizzard look for their first win in the tournament against the Pinnacle Growlers, who will look to improve to 2-1 and try to keep pace with the top teams in the standings here in these Atlantic Championships. One of these teams will be 2-1 by the time this thing is over. Hand pass, going to stop play here as Voss picked it up. One of these teams will be 2-1 by the time this game is over, but a long way to go to see who's going to get there. Both of them dropping their opening game, but coming back and winning game number 2. Halifax doing both of those yesterday. Charlottetown getting a win earlier today. They were on the ice early this morning and got themselves a win over the Pinnacle Growlers. Hard battle on the wall. O'Coin protects. McDonald will send it through. Knocked away by the keeper. Keeper Thompson doing a good job in between the pipes for the Knights. He's been the busier. Shots are 10-7 in favor of Halifax. Ledrew to the line but not out as Stewart kept it in. Things getting chippy between these two teams. Some hard shoving down there as Jelly came up with the puck. In front looking for Stewart. Goaltender knocks it down and he'll hold on. Not to be outdone, Cooper Fleming, who was good in his opening game despite not getting the victory. Goaltenders, a lot like pitchers in baseball. Just looking at wins, not necessarily the best stat to understand how well they played. Goalies don't score goals, usually. Under pressure. After Campbell had sent the puck back to the line, Halifax was able to dig it out. Clements fired it back in. Fleming will come out behind the net. Send it around the boards. Clements there once again for Prince Edward Island as it's played in behind the net. Jude Campbell in front. Nicholson doesn't have any room to try to jam that one home as Fleming covers it up again. Just 4:25 to go in period number 1. 3-2, Halifax Max. Face-off goes all the way back out past the defense. Charlottetown will have to reset. Thompson ahead. Knocked in by O'Coin. And as it comes off the backboards, goaltender once again going to cover this one up. Doesn't mind slowing things down. Take a face-off inside the Halifax end. You want to minimize mistakes at this point. The team that makes the fewest mistakes are likely going to be the ones lifting the trophy on Sunday afternoon. Face-off won by Charlottetown. Morrison off of the boards, goes out wide of the net. Voss comes in off the blue line. Good decision as he gets to the puck. Now banged out by McCullough of the Max. On the way back in his own end. Ahead for Campbell. Nick Campbell lifting it in for Prince Edward Island. White hits his man, but Halifax protects the puck. McMinn looking for options as he sends this one around the boards. Finds O'Coin. O'Coin gives it back to him. McMinn along the near side. Lost the handle as he skated over the line. They're offside. Lorette's got to turn back. Charlottetown will play it back to their defense. Max make a line change. Charlottetown takes it off the wall. Morrison fired it in, stopped by Fleming. Max are offside again, can't touch the puck. Lumbercat tags up on side as the long pass is made and tipped down the ice by Jonah McDonald. Ellis deep in his own end for Halifax, moves it up the board. Yum able to get it out. Sent back in by Charlottetown. Griffin and Arsenault tag up. 2:50 remaining here in the first period. As Halifax, Yum, good little tip over to Mumbercat, tried to give it back to him, broken up by the defender. Clements had his stick in the way. PEI fans give their approval. Passes ahead for Griffin, but it's a little bit too far, or not far enough, I guess. As they go offside, Griffin got in over the blue line ahead of that puck as he was trying to pick up the pass. 2:35 remaining in period one, 3-2 Max. Lots of noise in the building. Zach Lorette pounding his stick on the boards in the Halifax bench, and that fired up both sets of fans as the Prince Edward Islanders shoot it in again. Brought out by the Max after Jelly couldn't stop it in the corner. Here's Shortle on the rush. Shortle fell. Tried to rip that one, went up onto one leg and just tipped over. They get it back and they score. Kennedy down low. And Thompson frustrated, he knows he should have had it. Not an easy stop to make by any stretch of the imagination. A laser beam from Kennedy as he goes down low and scores, beating the goaltender. Quinn Kennedy, first goal of these championships for him. That seems wrong, but I checked the stats right before the game. It's correct. Kennedy's been very, very good. He finally gets rewarded for it. 4-2 Halifax Max. Fletcher with the lone assist. So Fletcher's got 3 points already in this hockey game for the Max as that one rolls through the defense all the way down to the goaltender, and Thompson will get down on top of that one and smother it up. Shots are 11-8 in favor of Halifax as they win the face-off in the offensive zone. Ledrew whiffed on it. Stays with the puck, however, might get another chance. Ledrew tries to drag it around the defender. That didn't work out. Halifax right in the middle trying to win this one back, though. It'll go over to the near side boards, and Charlottetown will flip it up in the air and out. Stopped at the line by the Max. Halifax retreats behind their goal. Off the boards and out. Ledrew knocked it down. and then jumps on it. He and Welsh trying to get over the line. They stay on side as LeDrew throws it into the corner. In behind the net, Clements. Puck knocked down by LeDrew, didn't get outside the zone. Second chance doesn't get out either. LeDrew back on it for Halifax, gets spun down by Clements, and away come the Knights. Well, one of them anyway, everybody else changing in behind the play. Full effort by Morrison. Halifax will go and make their last change as well as guys try to race off the ice. Griffin waiting for the long pass, he gets it, but Halifax has bodies on. Griffin gives to McDonald. McDonald wants his second of the period. He's got 25 seconds left. They'll get it in behind the net. Arsenault back over to McDonald along the wall. Back to Arsenault. Arsenault skating along the boards. Tries to make a back pass to Waugh, who was waiting at the point. Didn't get there. And now Waugh's got to drop back as the Macs have one last chance to go. Final 10 seconds of the period. Stopped up at the line and they go offside. 9 seconds remaining in period one. We're going to have a face-off in the neutral zone. One last chance if someone can win the draw clean, but it will have to be a very clean win. Halifax does win the draw. McDonald will fire it in. Thompson's going to come out of the net to play it. He'll wait a few minutes, then just give it into the corner, lift up in the air and out. That's all for period one. Halifax McDonald's have a 4-2 lead over the Charlottetown Knights through the opening 20 minutes here in our third game of the day. Goals fast and furious at 1:55. Charlottetown breaks the ice. Jonah McDonald gets on the board, assisted by Brett Arsenault. Halifax answers back just 17 seconds later as Zach Lorette puts it home. Set up by Asbridge and Arnold. Charlottetown goes back on top at 6:39. Goal from Evan Nicholson. Set up by Murphy. Halifax answers back again, 9-12. Unassisted goal for Fletcher. Halifax on the power play. Abbas in front of the net. Set up by Fletcher and LeDrew. And then Halifax again late in the period, only with about 2 minutes to go, as Kennedy finally gets his first of the tournament. Set up by Fletcher. Again, he had 3 points on the 4 Halifax goals. Already shaping up to be a very good afternoon for Fletcher. It's 4-2 Halifax Max as we take a break here for the first intermission in Paradise, Newfoundland at Atlantics. getting set for period number 2 between the Halifax McDonalds and the Charlottetown Bulk Carrier Knights. Here in Paradise, Newfoundland and Labrador, out on the east coast in the Avalon Peninsula, part of Greater St. John's. Proud hosts to this event. It's been a lot of fun so far. We've seen a lot of close hockey games. We've seen some crazy stuff. And these teams deadlocked in the standings, along with the Pinnacle Growlers, each of them 1-1. Moncton Rally Motors Nissan Flyers lead the standings at 2-0. East Coast Blizzard on the bottom at 0-2. Still lots of games to play. The All Newfoundland matchup is at 8 o'clock tonight. Blizzard versus Growlers. Growlers will look to go to 2-1. And one of these teams will be 2-1. Who will it be? Right now the Max in the driver's seat with that 2-goal lead. 4 different scorers for the Max in that first period. Fletcher leading the way with a goal and 2 helpers. Lots of noise from both benches and the crowd. And there's a whole row of fans underneath me who've gotten some poutine down at the canteen, and whoo, that smells good. Can't wait for a break in between games to head that way myself. But we got business to take care of first. Here come the Knights. Unable to get around the defender, McDonald. They get it right back, though. No, that's on the outside of the net. The Prince Edward Island fans started to come out of their seats thinking that was a goal, and they nearly had me fooled. Given away to Voss now. This might be a goal. Voss shoots and scores. It is. There you go. Now come out of your seats. That one's in the back of the net. Isaac Voss cuts the Halifax lead to 1. Isaac Voss, first goal of these Atlantic Championships for him to go along with a couple of helpers. Another case of hard work paying off, as Voss has been a standout guy throughout this tournament for Charlottetown, and he's finally rewarded for it with a goal. Voss stole that pass for an unassisted goal. Max still in front, but only by 1 now. Kennedy looks to make it 2, and a nice save up high by Kiefer Thompson as he gets that with the shoulder. Knights will get it back out to the neutral zone. Arsenault unable to pick it up. Morrison sends it behind his net for Charlottetown. Off the boards, and the Knights will come away. Here's Arsenault on the rush. Got some support. He'll give it to McDonald. McDonald back in for Arsenault. No, kept out. And a big collision along the back wall as one of the Knights looks over his shoulder back at the referee, and they were just going to call icing on that one. Puck nearly ran out of momentum, but just crossed that red line. Shots are 12-9 in favor of Halifax. Max lead has been cut to 1 here early in period 2. Face-off controlled by Charlottetown, but it splits the wickets back on D. Thompson's got to go all the way back into his own end. Being pursued the entire way, and Halifax will hold it in. Trying to get this one behind the net. Thompson lost it. They'll get it out. Lorette, and a nice save into the glove. Thompson. Bailey Shortle did some good work down low for Halifax, getting that puck behind the net and out front to Zach Lorette. Great glove by the Knights keeper. As we get a good look at Kiefer Thompson. Both of these goalies were in net for their opening games for these teams, both a loss. So both goalies would like to pick up a win. Halifax in the corner. Stopping up along the boards. They'll send a tight angle shot looking for the rebound. They get it, but kept out by Thompson. Doing some good work in the crease, tracking that puck. Halifax still right with it. Another one on goal. Leg pad kicks it aside. Halifax can't keep it in this time around. Power reversing direction. It's dumped back in by the Max. Arnold going off on the change. Long pass for Charlottetown. Offside. Campbell just drifted over the line, and players push and slash each other. Campbell and McDonald. Everybody comes away. Two and a half minutes gone in the second period. Off of the draw, Charlottetown able to pick it up. O'Coin got a stick in the way, prevented the Knights from getting cleanly down the ice. Halliday goes back behind his net for the Max. He'll play it off the glass. Back to the line, Voss, the latest goal scorer, holding it in. He was bothered by McCullough, wasn't able to get the puck deep. Halifax will get up to center ice, up to the blue line, and then knock it in. McDonald chasing after it is Mumberket. This energy line on for the Max. Mumberket, Yom, and McCullough as they take the point shot. McDonald, that's off the goaltender's stick, up and out. Halifax will change, sending Welch, Ledrew, and O'Coin onto the ice to join the D pair of McDonald and Halliday. Face off to the left side of the Charlottetown netminder. Puck goes to the back wall. Charlottetown will come up with it. Knights look to bring it down the ice with some speed. They'll dump into some skates though. And Jelly gets held up by McDonald, and that's going to be a penalty on Halifax. We're still playing. Jonah Jelly sends it out in front, but onto the stick of O'Coin. Now the interference penalty will be called. McDonald did just a little bit too much, preventing the Knights player from going after the puck. And interference is the call by the referee. So Charlottetown on the power play as Voss lets go a big one that's wide. Griffin under a lot of pressure from Fletcher. Stewart follows up on the puck. Two Max on him. They protect it and get away. Chance 2-on-1 shorthanded. Abbas over to the other side. Around Thompson. What a beauty. They score. Fletcher. Second goal. Fourth point of the game. This one shorthanded. Outstanding from Fletcher. 5-3. As the Max work the 2-on-1 to perfection. Arsenault will carry in for Charlottetown. All the way into the corner. Still working this power play for another $120. Plenty of time. As they once again trail by 2. Voss. Arsenault, sharp angle missed. Oh, open net, can't hit it. As it came across to the other side. They wipe out the linesman as Charlottetown comes back in. McDonald will take it off the wall. Send it in behind the net. A little bit too far for Campbell. McMinn to the line, but not out. Charlottetown there. Voss through traffic again. Oh, and another save as Fleming stopped that one. Campbell shoved, goes down to a knee, but still playing the puck. Jude Campbell, really a handful down there. And Waugh, oh, big jump from Waugh, and it just goes out over the blue line. Great effort. Charlottetown will put it back in. Ellis says, no, you don't. Offside. Ellis, I don't know if that was an attempt to get it to Shortle, or if he was just slamming it down the ice and Shortle just happened to be in the right place, right time. But he's just in over the blue line before the puck got there. .23 seconds left in the power play for the Charlottetown Knights. Halifax at the shorthanded goal to reestablish a 2-goal lead. They're up 5-3. And the puck's sent out and down the ice by Kennedy. Thompson will come out of the net and play it away from Shortle. Charlottetown can't get out of their zone, though. Shortle's back on it. Bailey Shortle to the net. Kennedy was there, not able to tip it home. That'll go up and over the glass, out of play. Just about 5.5 minutes gone here in the second period as we have returned to 5-on-5 play. Penalty over. Face off to the right of the Charlottetown goal. Shots are 17-11 in favor of Halifax, the lead at 5-3. Face off one clean by the Max. LeDrew goes into the high slot, tries to take a shot, didn't get through. Chipped up the wall by Charlottetown, and they'll get going, or at least try to. The puck kind of stopped on Jelly, following up those Stewart. He gets it deep. Ross Campbell finishes his hit behind the net. Really took the worst of the collision. Clements, nice job to keep it into the line. Stewart from range. Still loose at the top of the crease, but Halifax knocked it away. Charlottetown will get to this one. Great job by Clements, and then Stewart to keep it in. Jonah Jelly picking it up as they work it around. Charlottetown trying to work the cycle again. We are 5-on-5 again. Morrison toward the net. Campbell can't beat that outstretched leg pad of Cooper Fleming. Back down the ice. Charlottetown in their own end. Defense works it quickly back up ice. Stopped by the Max in the neutral zone. O'Coin picks up for Halifax, attacking the net. Sends it across to the other side, but puck up in the air. In too tight anyway. Good hit by the Knights as they take the puck away. Here's Stewart back down the ice. Stewart brought it in over the blue line before he was dispossessed. LeDrew will get back on the attack for Halifax. Ties up with his man. Lorette follows up, sings it across the face of goal, nobody there. Halifax keeping the puck in, but found now by the Knights. Ross Campbell will play it out, gets taken down. No call on that one, PEI fans booing. And then we get a penalty call coming, and it'll come against the Knights instead. They got a slash. Retaliatory after the Knights thought they were going to get another power play for an interference call. This one didn't get picked up. And it's 2 for slashing instead. .702 gone in the second period. Halifax goes to the power play. Point shot kept out. Abbas on the backhander, put it wide. LeDrew for the Max. He'll feed it cross ice. Back to the blue line, McMinn over to LeDrew. Drifted up high. Voss might have got a piece of that as it was directed up high and out. 23 seconds gone in the power play for Halifax. Face-off will come over to the near side. Still 1:37 to go in the slashing penalty on Ross Campbell of the Charlottetown Knights. Halifax will win the draw here in the neutral zone. Send it over to the far side of the ice and move in. Look to set up. Through the middle, that'll go off a Charlottetown stick, up and out of play again. Take a moment to recognize our sponsors. We've had many great sponsors that have stepped up to support these championships, and of course events like this simply do not happen without community support. We could not do it without you, so a huge thank you goes out to sponsor of this game, Horizon Homes. Thank you very much, Horizon Homes, for all of your support. Once again, we could not do it without you, and a huge thanks from everybody involved in these under-18 Major Atlantic Hockey Championships going out to Horizon Homes as we get a hand pass. Stopping play. Still a minute 17 to go in the Halifax power play. Things moving on very slowly here in the middle part of the game. Face off outside the blue line. Puck dropped and won again by the Max. Ellis will send it in. Thompson out behind his net, and he puts it. Just kissed the top of the glass and then went out. No penalty there. And if an out player shoots it up over the glass, it is not delay of game. If the goaltender shoots it directly out of play, it is delay of game. But that one definitely hit the top of the glass before it went out. .110 remaining in the Max power play. Yet to build up any momentum. Very stop-start here. And they'll have to look to start again as Charlottetown sent it down the ice. McDonald following it all the way down there. Goaltender put it into the corner on the far side of the ice. Halifax will keep it away from the pressure as they give it to McMinn behind the net. He'll start out from there. McMinn plays it out wide. Brought in by the Max. LeDrew turns in the corner on the far side. He'll feed it back to the line where McMinn was waiting. McMinn sends it hard off the backboard to LeDrew. Into the middle. Thompson got across, made the save, and the defense does the rest, clearing that all the way out. Great save by Thompson, one of his best. This will go all the way in, and it's going to end up an icing call against the Max with 22 seconds remaining in their power play. Ross Campbell still in the box for the slash for the Knights, who trail by 2 here in the middle frame. Halifax able to win the draw over to the wing, where Charlottetown didn't have a player. They end up offside at the line, however. 16 seconds remaining in the Halifax power play. This has been the longest power play in existence because we played it in 10-second bursts. As the play keeps going nowhere and getting stopped quickly, the Max unable to build any momentum here with the man advantage. No time set up in the Charlottetown zone whatsoever. Voss backpedaling in his own end. He'll send the puck down the ice. That'll pretty much do it as Campbell gets ready to return to the fray. Campbell hops out the doors. We return to 5-on-5 and get another stoppage just as he does. 10:55 remaining in period 2. It's 5-3 Halifax Max over the Charlottetown Bulk Carrier Knights. And right back to the power play go the Max. Too many men. Jude Campbell is going to be the one to serve it, the bench minor, against the Knights. We were 5-on-5 for 3 seconds. Charlottetown sending the puck down the ice. Halifax will go to retrieve. Maybe this time they can make something happen in the offensive zone. Abbas over to LeDrew. LeDrew back over to Abbas. Played it across. Finding some open ice here. Passes just aren't tape to tape. Those ones are good. Abbas right in the middle, just like he was the first time around. Not able to put it home. Abbas again, that was in his skates. He had to settle it, get it onto the blade of his stick. Then had to rush the shot. That one came right to him in the slot. Denied. Abbas keeps finding room right in the middle as Halifax sings it just wide of the net. Stewart will find the puck this time. He's able to play it out for Charlottetown. Stewart's going to peel off and go into change. All 4 guys in black and gold will change. 1 minute gone, 1 minute remaining in the Halifax power play. Here comes LeDrew. Bench minor for too many men against Charlottetown as LeDrew gets stood up, has to adjust his helmet, and Charlottetown's able to get the puck out. Bounced off a Halifax defender, then picked up by Murphy. He's able to get it down the ice. Halifax will turn away, prevent Murphy from going at the net. Good job by Welsh. He's calling for a line change as Halifax carries it back in. Now Ellis along the half wall. Ellis will try it. That's blocked on the way through. Fletcher gives it to Ellis on the sideboards again. He'll line one up, and another kick save made by Thompson. 16 seconds left in the Halifax power play. This one is flown by. What a stop as Thompson comes flying across to the left. Gave that net quite a kick as he was coming with authority as he came across to make the save. Stopping Kennedy. Taps all around for the goaltender and the nice stop. Final 12 seconds left to work in the power play for Halifax, but they can't win the draw clean. Into the back wall. Charlottetown will force it free, and they'll get on the rush. Just about to return to 5-on-5, so they'll carry in McDonald, around McDonald. Played into the middle, but onto the stick of Kennedy. Player out of the box. We are 5-on-5 once again. Arsenault unable to hold on to that one. The Max will lift it up, and will stay in play as it bounces down the ice in front of the Halifax bench. Attempted a centering pass, did not get in front to O'Coin. O'Coin now sends it out in front, nobody there in white. Brought back the other way, here's Arsenault. Over to Griffin. Griffin tries to backhand it in front of the net, puck didn't get there. Asbridge breaking it up, and he'll come back for Halifax. Parker Asbridge up the center, rifles it in. Goaltender comes out of the net, stops it in behind, gives to his defense, will have to move it quickly as Kennedy moved in and finishes check. 8:10 to go here in the second period, 5-3 Max. Puck up in the air, that one will hit the ceiling. Come down to the front row. So a play stoppage with 8:04 remaining in period 2. Shots on goal are double right now, 22-11 in favor of the McDonalds. Charlottetown quickly in. Good strike down low. Can't beat the goaltender 5-hole as Fleming closes that one up. Getting a good hard shot, getting the goaltender to freeze it. Face off in the offensive zone, never a bad idea. The goals look beautiful when you lift them up right into the top corner, but a good shot down low. Maybe you get that goaltender to kick out a rebound into a place he doesn't want it to go. Create a little chaos around the net. A good hard strike down low. Always a good idea. All the way down the ice for an icing call against the Max. 7:39 to go in period 2. Lorette and Stewart in the face-off circle. Or at least it was. Lorette's going to be waved out. Shortle will come in to take it instead. Puck goes over to the wall. Shortle coming up with it for Halifax, but Campbell knocked it free. Ross Campbell around the back. He'll leave it for Jelly. Jelly in behind the net. Feeds it all the way out. Clements holding it in at the blue line. Now this one will be knocked out by the Max. Lorette putting it into offensive ice. Clements, little look over the shoulder, see what his options are. Sent it up the wall. Max intercepted, got it to the front of the net, but quickly grabbed by the Knights and gotten away from the danger zone. Stewart knocking it in. He'll chase McDonald down. He'll come all the way back to the line and unable to hold that line. Shortle coming in quickly. Voss had to turn and go back fast. He did win the race, but Shortle all over him. Lorette in behind the net. Stewart poked the puck away from him. Halliday follows up. Moves it in front of the net. Charlottetown has sticks to it. Stewart can't clear. Halliday made a good block to keep it in. Fired it wide, comes to Lorette. Goaltender had come across. Lorette had no net to shoot at. Thompson moving quickly. Ellis at the line. Doesn't like his odds of getting it around Ross Campbell, so he's just going to put it deep. Halifax will pick it up. Fletcher goes for a skate. Back to Ellis. Ellis in, tipped wide by Abbas. Coming out in front, Halifax looked to fire that one. Voss got the body in the way, made the block. And now Voss. Charlottetown under all kinds of pressure here. They need to clear the zone, get a line change in, as Voss will lift it directly into the ceiling, and that'll do that. The face-off will stay inside the Charlottetown end. Knights trail by 2 here in the second period. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the middle frame. Thanks so much for tuning in on AOTV. My name is Matt Little. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I'm enjoying being part of this event. Calling hockey in Newfoundland full-time these days, but spent the past 14 years doing it in Nova Scotia. So nice to see the Max again. Haven't called a game for them in a while. Cross-ice pass by Charlottetown off the mark. Halifax will bring it back. Abbas trying to get around Morrison. The two of them collide. Abbas all the way into the corner. Lost the handle on the puck. And now it's Jude Campbell for Charlottetown. Campbell has to play it back to his D. They've got to be careful with Fletcher pressing. Referee's arms back up in the air again. And we got a head contact penalty being called. It's Brandon Abbas who goes to the penalty box for the Max. Massive ovation from the PEI fans on that penalty against Abbas. It is just 2 minutes for head contact. Good save made by the Halifax keeper. Charlottetown puts the shot on. They'll keep it inside the zone. Second attempt by Halifax will get out. McDonald down in front of the broadcast position, able to skate it in. Sends the puck cross ice. Jelly will take it off the wall. In front for Arsenault. Can't tip it in. Back at the line. Voss did keep that one in, but it'll fall onto a Max stick, and away they skate. Into McDonald. McDonald shoots. Thompson stayed with it and got it. Jelly went hard into the backboards as he was hustling back to stay in that play. Gets up, but gingerly making his way back to the bench. Now he's going to stay in the play as they feed it to Stewart. Stewart in shot, bar and out. Stewart lined up the near perfect shot, but he catches the iron. Here's Fletcher for Halifax. Forced all the way back outside the zone, but Fletcher holds on to the puck. Comes back in, gets tripped up going over the line, and that's going to be called. Halifax gets the goaltender out now for the extra attacker. And finally touched up by Prince Edward Island. There's the trip. This fantastic pressure from Fletcher as he was holding on to that puck and just not letting Charlottetown get their sticks to it. And Stewart finally forced into a trip. Four on four for 38 seconds. And then an abbreviated power play in favor of the Max. Max win the draw clean. Back to Ellis. In for Shortle. Shortle was looking for Lorette. Pass was off the mark. Charlottetown will come back. And 4 on 4 for another 25 seconds. Clements put it all the way to the back wall. Halifax sends it around. Zach Lorette into the middle. It'll bounce off the glove of Fletcher. Halifax fans want a penalty on that one. They're not going to get it. As we finish up the final seconds of the 4 on 4, and Halifax is going to go on the power play now. Jumping out of the box, Abbas will just get back in the play, and he'll go down to the far blue line and away to stretch pass. Lorette will send the puck long down the ice. That was not tipped, however, by Shortle, and that ends up as an icing call against the Max with 3:06 to go in period 2. So a 2-goal game when we started the period is still a 2-goal game. 1 goal for Charlottetown, 1 goal for Halifax, shorthanded. 5-3 hockey game. Halifax now on the power play as they look to extend the lead. Nobody's been up by more than 2. Trying to drive the net. Kennedy gets knocked down. Great defending by the Knights. Protecting their castle. All the way back down the ice. 45 seconds left in the abbreviated Halifax power play. Over to Halliday, hopped off his skates. Little help from his friends, though. He's able to get in. Halliday stops up, feeds it back to the blue line. Good quick passing by the Max. McDonald at the blue line again, gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy will feed that in deep. Fletcher trying to give it back to him, no dice. Fletcher this time. Cross ice for Halliday. McDonald calling for it, he'll get it! Oh, what a glove save up high! McDonald fired a bullet for the blue line, and Kiefer Thompson comes up with a nice job at the glove, as that puck was looking to go basically bar down. Possibly bar it out, as Charlottetown's already had in this period. Halifax has just 12 seconds left in this power play. As Charlottetown digs at it along the wall, trying to force it over the blue line, they do. All the way back in the Halifax end. McMinn's got to hustle back on this one as we return to 5-on-5 play. Stewart out of the box. He'll go back to the player bench. As a regular line mate of these four joins to make it 5. Welsh carries in for the Max. Pass into the middle. Welsh trying to follow up on it, but chopped away. Arsenault picks it up for the Knights. Bouncing it down the ice. Griffin can't beat the two defenders. Halifax will look to turn back. Waugh steps in front of Welsh. Halifax is able to play it in with 1:25 to go in the second period. McDonald goes behind his net to shake off Shortle. Carries all the way down the ice himself. Halliday forces him out wide. Gives him a shove. Halliday trying to backhand the puck up the wall. He will do so to LeDrew, then he's cut off as Griffin stepped in. And Halifax is able to get it out to center ice. Voss, he's over center. He's going to shoot it right in on goal. Stopped by the keeper and grabbed by Halliday. Halliday forced to turn back in his own end, goes behind the net. Off the wall, up ahead, McCullough. Trainer McCullough, cross ice pass. LeDrew let go a bullet from the blue line. Zach Lorette. And the puck is frozen on the back of the net. The goaltender reaches through. Just 40 seconds to go in period number 2. Set up, puck is dropped, face-off won by the Charlottetown Knights. Voss gets it up to White. White lets Stewart take it. The captain moves in for the Knights just onside and slams into McDonald after Halifax cleared the puck out. The Knights will try it again. Just a dump in this time around. Missed everybody, that's icing. 20 seconds remaining in period 2. That has seen a lot of whistles. We've had a few glorious moments where the clock has kept moving when these teams have been able to skate end to end and get some chances in. But for the most part, this has been played in tiny bits and pieces. The Knights seem to think the face-off should be on the other side. That linesman is not moving. Puck's over here, come get it. And they do. Abbas knocks his man down. They get a shot in. Thompson kept it out. Halifax with time to go for another one. It's up in the air. Kennedy couldn't get it down. Fletcher, he'll put it in front looking for Abbas. And the defender just formed a triangle with his skates, wouldn't let it through. And a penalty's been called. It looks like it's going to be 2 going. As the referee puts the arm up in the air. White being taken off for Charlottetown. And Kennedy for the Max. Roughing and a 4-minute head contact. This should be a power play, and it is for the Max. So Kennedy got the rough, but 4 minutes head contact on White. and Halifax will go back to the power play. Now, there's only 1.8 seconds to go in this period. It's going to be awfully tough to get a shot off in time. Charlottetown still had 5 guys on the ice. Jonah Jelly will be escorted back. And they need a second guy in the penalty box because it was 2 penalties. That is now done. And the correct thing done by Stewart as he collapses off the faceoff circle. Doesn't let Halifax have a chance at a shot. 40 minutes in the books here in this one. It's a 2-goal lead for the Halifax McDonalds. 5-3 over the Charlottetown Bulk Carrier Knights through 40 minutes. 1 goal apiece in that period. And Halifax in the driver's seat with 20 minutes left to go. They've got a double in shots on goal, 28-14, and Halifax will have a full 2 minutes of power play time to start period number 3. Stay with us on AOTV. We're back in Paradise, ready for the third period of this game. Third of the tournament for both of these teams. Halifax Max have a 5-3 lead going into the third period, and they start this period on the power play for 1:59. Penalties very late in that second period. Kennedy for Halifax went off for a rough. Number 22, Cal White, got 4 minutes for head contact at the same time. So the extra penalty goes up against the Knights, and Halifax on the power play. And Halifax leads by 2. We've already seen a shorthanded goal in this hockey game. It was by the Max. The Knights certainly have the ability to do it. Some dynamic goal scorers on this team. And we've seen them go back and forth in every game they've been in. If nothing else, the Knights are full value for your entertainment dollar, because the game is wild back and forth and high scoring every time they're on the ice, whether they're in front or not. Referee's arm is in the air immediately as that puck is dropped. Halifax moving in. And as Charlottetown touches up, they had no idea that was coming as there's a slash. That took less than a second into the period, even though it's 12 seconds in before it's actually called. Clements off for the slash. We've got him right on the face-off. 2-man advantage for the Max for nearly a full 2 minutes. Max up 2. If they go 3, it might be too big a hole to climb out of. And nearly a full 2-minute 5-on-3. You can't ask for a better opportunity than this. Fletcher blocked up the pass. Got it back over to McMinn now for Halifax. McMinn into the middle. Nice job by the Islanders to find that one and quickly spin it out. That's Voss getting rid of it. Halifax is going to have a Bass right in the middle. In the slot as Lorette lost the handle on the puck as he came in, but 5-on-3, they're able to protect that puck and hold on. And poked out this time, Jonah Jelly getting rid of it. Charlottetown strong on the 3-man PK. Halifax will change up some personnel as McDonald has it deep in his own end. Maybe that ice isn't quite dry. Puck seemed to be stopping on him. Whatever, they're going forward now. Ellis stops up along the wall as Max get in position. McDonald sends it through. Good save by Thompson as he directs it into the corner. Knights don't clear it out the first time or the second, and they get a trip as Stewart reached after the puck. He fell. O'Coin went down as well, and the ref's arm is back up in the air. They're going to take Stewart. 2-man advantage for the Max will continue. Tripping against Stewart. And the penalty box getting very crowded for Charlottetown. Coaching staff not happy with that call. I mean, by letter of the law, there's a trip in there. As he was reaching after the puck, he caught the player. But they're already down 2 guys. That's when it starts to seem a little bit mean. So Halifax working this 5-on-3. And they've got all day. Zach Lorette fired, save is made, and Abbas just out of his reach. Halifax player fell back at the line. Charlottetown will press and get the puck out and down the ice. Charlottetown will change. They need quick changes. They need fresh legs out on the ice. One penalty is over, but it's still 5-on-3, so no one comes out of the box. Lorette misfired. Down in the corner, Thompson trying to get rid of it. Lorette picks it back up. Lorette plays it out in front. Charlottetown gets body in the way. We are 5-on-4 at the moment as it's across to Ledrew. Ledrew fires. Thompson got his body in the way. Lifted up by the Knights, but not out of the zone. Halifax will get it to Ledrew, right point. Ledrew moves into the circle. Ledrew all the way behind the net. Unable to do a wraparound, he'll give it to Fletcher. Fletcher's been in on nearly every goal for the Max. 2 goals, 2 assists. As a sliding block by Charlottetown and the puck comes out. Knights will change up some more personnel. Another penalty has expired. Just 1 minute remaining in the most recent penalty for Charlottetown. Halifax still with the puck. Ellis tries to bounce it toward the net. It goes wide. Shortle gets it back to the line for McDonald. McDonald tries to fire through. That hits a wall of black. Welsh back to the line. McDonald tries again. That one got through to the goalie and it's kicked away by Thompson. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Max. Player going off in a line change. So it's 4-on-4 for a moment. Shortle, and then the goalie with the poke. Puck stays moving, and the Max are going to get there to keep that one in. They'll drive it toward the goal again. Right there, trying to go backhand, forehand didn't work. Up in the air, but not out. Final 10 seconds of the penalty kill. Over to Welsh. Welsh will play it back to the line. Halliday sends it through. Loose in the middle. Kiefer gets across again. Thompson, what a job. And the penalties are over. Here comes Stewart, freshly rested. He's got a man with him. Stewart tries to feed him, but the pass broken up. Good hustle by the Knights, but taken back by Halifax. Halliday carries in. They're offside at the line as O'Coin win first. And with the 5-on-3s, the difference in the ice. On the right, it looks like the end of the period. On the left, almost sparkling clean. What a kill for the Charlottetown Knights, as they got through 3 straight penalties against, all overlapping with each other. And Griffin hard on the attack. Griffin going toward goal. Griffin, can he get the shot away? Not really. Charlottetown maintains though. Back to Morrison. He'll fire through, the net's off. That's going to blow play down. They'll reset that net in behind Fleming. 11 saves on the night for Cooper Fleming on 14 shots against. 30 saves on 35 shots against for Kiefer Thompson. Pinnacle Growlers warming up in behind our broadcast position. They take on the East Coast Blizzard at 8 o'clock in the last game of the day. And the referee's arm is up again, and there's a Mac down on the ice. Stewart's going to talk some trash. Takes a shove from Power. Likely exactly what Stewart was going for. It's another blow to the head penalty. But this time, it's not a Knight going to the penalty box, it's Mumbercat. 4 minutes, head contact. Charlottetown with a chance to get back in it. Still lots of time in the hockey game. And they got the power play with the double minor. Jelly into the slot. Stewart misfired. Voss is going to keep it in, though, for the Knights. Jelly lets his teammate take it. Sent across. Puck up in the air. Abbas will take it off the boards. He'll go for a skate. He's got some support from Fletcher. Abbas moving in. Shot. Put it up high, and it goes out. .334 remaining in this double minor against Mumbercat of the Max. Kennedy will take it in behind the net as Halifax looks to kill some more time here. 3 Knights converge on him. They'll take the puck away. Ross Campbell under pressure now from Kennedy. Changes directions. Little support from McDonald. Now to the other side of the ice. Back to Campbell. Back to McDonald again. Pass up into the middle, finds its mark. Skating in, Jude Campbell. Plays it back to McDonald. Over to the other side of the ice, settled, fired, did Wad, it bounces just wide, and then over the stick of Campbell. And another penalty coming up to the Max. Charlottetown needs to let them touch it. So they can go 5-on-3. Boys, give them the puck, never mind, they score! Jude Campbell! Power play goal, it's a 1-goal game. Jude Campbell, third goal of Atlantics. And the PEI section has come alive once again. So Mumberket's still in the box, but McDonald is going to go and join him as there was referee says hold on. Now with the delayed penalty being called and the goal scored, because there was already the 2 penalties going on, so what we should get is the penalty, the first penalty being gone off the board, so that takes it from the 2:39 that was left down to 2. Then we add another 2, and it's 5-on-3. It's exactly what we get. So a full 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Knights as they trail by 1. Back at the blue line and moving in. Over to the other side, Arsenault. Arsenault will try. Kick save. There was a rebound at the top of the crease, cleared away by Halifax. Jelly bringing it in for the Knights. Jelly sends it across the other side, hops over the stick of Arsenault. Back at the line, now Voss. 5-on-3 for another minute 15. Jelly gives to Voss. Moved on him, but he's going to keep it in. You can get away with things like that when you're up 5-on-3. The latest goal scorer, Campbell, getting it down to Jelly. Back to Campbell. Campbell trying to go in front. That's blocked by Halliday. They'll get it back to Jelly. Cross to the other side. Now in for Campbell. Jude Campbell rips. Goalie made the save. Oh, and the referee blows the play down. Thought the goalie had the puck, and Arsenault is livid. From where the referee was behind the play, from his perspective, yeah, it looked like Cooper Fleming had control of that, but the puck was loose and came out. So we get the play stoppage. Charlottetown's going to call timeout. Face off in the offensive zone. They've still got 53 seconds left in the 5-on-3. They know this is as good a chance as they're likely to get. So the whiteboard out as the coaching staff makes sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Shortle, Ellis, and Welsh. Are the 3-man power penalty kill unit for Halifax. Charlottetown has Ross Campbell, Stewart, Jelly, Voss, and Griffin. Shortle and Stewart in the face-off circle. Fleming is set. Max win the draw. Welsh will send it around. Voss is there at the far point to keep it in. To Jelly. Moving it down. Now to Voss, who's moving in. Voss shoots. Nice glove save by Fleming. And the Max give the goaltender a tap in appreciation. 41 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3 as Charlottetown presses to tie the game at 5. Stewart wins the draw clean. Back to Jelly. Over to the other side of the ice. Moved inside of the goal. Now to Jelly again at the point. Shot is up high. Jelly's got to hustle to get there and keep this one in. He will. Voss moved in. Back to Jelly. Fired wide. Voss has got to skate fast again. He won't get there in time to keep it in. Halifax is going to change up one man as Charlottetown comes back in. Final 12 seconds of the power play. Charlottetown had changed the defender as well. New guy on the ice. He'll let it rip. Save made by Fleming, and he gets that glove down. on the ice to trap the puck. And a tap of the head from Ellis and Shortle to say thank you as Halifax gets new penalty killers out. Both guys standing in the penalty box, getting ready to return to the ice in 5 seconds. Halifax has almost weathered the storm here. They did allow a power play goal, but they might just get through the 5-on-3, and they do. We return to 5-on-5 action. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the third period. It's now a 1-goal game, 5-4 in favor of the Max. Charlottetown moving it back to the line for Waugh. Waugh will fire through, it goes wide. Arsenault unable to direct it on goal. Halifax will play it out, high up in the air, it'll bounce down offside. They'll peel back off. Through the middle. Halliday moving it forward again, knocked in by O'Coin. Knights look to come forward. Clements, shot in from center, just got to the red line, so no icing. Arsenault and McDonald, the fives, go into the corner. Up the wall, Voss there to keep it in for the Knights. Took a shot, hit the outside of the net. Less than 11 minutes to play now in the third period. As the Max dump in wide a goal. Trainer McCullough back there to get it. Voss tied up with him. Ties him up long enough to let his teammates come up with the puck. And then McCullough trying to win it back. Collided with Morrison. And Charlottetown is able to get it away. White tapping it back to Morrison. Gives to his defense partner. Clements looking for a way to come forward. He'll get to center, lift it in over top of the net. Goaltender can't make the catch. Clements keeps it in off the skate. Good play. Murphy got it to Nicholson. Back to Murphy. Tries to come out at the side of the goal, and well, Nicholson can stop banging away because the net is well off the moorings. Doesn't matter if you put it in now. Thank you very much to our wonderful supportive sponsors throughout this tournament. Game sponsor on this one is Horizon Homes. We could not do this without all the wonderful support of our sponsors. This tournament would not exist here in Paradise. We're so happy to have the wonderful support of our community sponsors. Thank you to Horizon Homes. 10-minute mark of the third period, 5-4 Max. Charlottetown out in the neutral zone. Clements up the board. Stewart knocks it in, trying to feed Campbell, broken up by Halifax. Charlottetown Clements can't move it far, and coming in with a big hit. Halifax player was tied up, and when Shortle couldn't move, he got hit by a second Knight. Shortle is no worse for wear, although we lost the handle on that one. Voss pounded it in. Charlottetown had to tag up. They're going to go off in a line change as the goaltender gloves it down and gives it to his D, Halliday. Pass through the middle, taken away. Abbas comes in for Halifax. Abbas cuts toward the net. Puck up in the air, and it just missed. Halifax in behind. Lorette trying to get himself out in front. And the loose puck grabbed at the side of the net by Kiefer Thompson. .9:10 remaining in the third period. Shots 38-21 in favor of the Max, who hold a 1-goal lead over the Charlottetown Knights. Out in front. What a save by Thompson. Abbas can only look skyward. Can't believe that one didn't go in. It came to him right in the slot. Thompson doing a fantastic job tracking that puck and staying with it. Halifax wins the draw clean. Abbas knocked down as he tried to take the shot. Charlottetown will come away. Pass across ice looking for McDonald. Poked out by Halifax. Stops up behind Fletcher. Griffin bumps into him along the boards. Halifax will move it forward. Kennedy and Voss collide. Slows him down, allows Thompson to come out of the net, play it around the boards. McDonald takes it for the Knights. Around the wall in his own end. Fletcher of Halifax is going to get there first. Tries to play the puck in front of the net. That's blocked. Puck will hop up in the air. Charlottetown banging away, trying to get it out of the skates of Fletcher. Now they will. A little bit too far for Arsenault as that puck kept sliding. Asbridge sends it in deep, so Halifax made a line change, then stolen by Fletcher. Fletcher goes in, and the net's off anyway. As Fletcher, the goaltender, was down, he went to the backhand to roof it over top of him, and he put it up and out of play. And wonderful job by Thompson to stay with that shooter. Charlottetown wins the draw, and they're quickly out of their own end. Murphy playing it in. Murphy trying to center, that's blocked. They'll go around behind the backboards instead. Max play it back behind the net again. Ellis off the glass and out. Aucoin waiting up at the blue line, he's got it. Aucoin waits for help, finds Ledrew. Ledrew pushed off the puck, gets it back. In for Aucoin, in the corner. Aucoin pushed out of the way. Ledrew got the puck to the front of the net. Then tries a shot himself, but it's up high over top the bar. Charlottetown will change as Ellis goes to pick it up in his own end. Long pass up for Ledrew, right on the tape. Voss collides with him. Voss goes down to the ice, but Charlottetown wins the puck. Stewart sending it over to the open side. Nobody there. Welsh will send it in, and Welsh gets drilled. Backhanded back in by Aucoin. He's going to turn and go off on the line change. Halifax trying to keep fresh legs out there. And Charlottetown stuck in their end of the ice. Now coming through the middle. Arnold took a run at Ross Campbell, bumped into him pretty hard. Everybody stays in their skates. Halifax coming back through. Stewart working the stick, trying to take the puck away. Nothing doing. All the way in there. Waugh along with Arnold. Arnold's lost a glove, trying to pick that back up. He's all set again and giving chase as Charlottetown comes away. Waugh out wide to the right wing. Into the middle looking for Stewart. It went in between him and Jelly, and they're offside. .6:35 remaining here in the third period. 5-4 Max lead. Max 1-1. Lost their opener, won their second game, both yesterday. Charlottetown 1-1. Lost their opener yesterday, won the first game today. And Halifax losing against the Pinnacle Growlers. Charlottetown defeating the Pinnacle Growlers. So things are tight all over as the players go down, and we get a penalty being called. Against who? Which one player was grabbing more than the other in that exchange as they went to the ice? Judging by the reaction, it's Lorette. Yeah, Lorette arguing the entire way. And I don't see how you call one person out of that, but it's 4 minutes head contact on Zach Lorette. That is harsh. Charlottetown down one. They've got another 4-minute power play. Arsenault in the corner trying to take it away from McMinn. Doing a great job holding up play. Charlottetown to the front of the net. Nobody there, or at least nobody there without a golden arches on their chest as they get it away. Voss will take it away from Fletcher as it's all the way back into the Charlottetown end. Voss forced to put on the brakes. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Double minor. Lorette in the box for head contact for 4 minutes. Brought in by Charlottetown, they're offside. So 3:21 remaining. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Face-off is won by Charlottetown. Wall will move it forward. Campbell lost his footing, went down. Charlottetown's going to have to try again. Will be dumped in this time, courtesy of Wall. 1 minute gone, 3 remaining in the power play. As they measure, Jelly fires, blocked. Halifax got bodies back, and a high lift out. Picture perfect penalty kill from the Max. Even getting through this, they're not completely out of the woods, but they're certainly in the driver's seat. Puck almost stolen at the line, but almost doesn't do it. Here comes Waugh. He lost it as he went over the blue line, and Halifax able to clear. More fans shouting for penalties that aren't given. Back come the Knights. Jelly cuts out wide right. Gets himself around Halliday. Jelly puts it into the middle, but it's over the stick. And collision with the goaltender. Stewart's going to go for goalie interference. We're going back to 4-on-4. Referee says Stewart could have gotten out of the way with the goalie, but didn't and bumped him. They're just looking for an excuse to hit Charlottetown with one here. Stewart to the box. Four on four. So both teams a little open ice. Everybody benefits equally as Voss comes in. Voss made it to his man. Arsenault not able to bury it as Fleming, spilling over to the left side, made the save. Rolling goaltender does the job. Exactly halfway through that 4-minute penalty against Lorette. The traveling PEI contingent making some noise again, trying to encourage their boys. They've got 4 minutes left here in the third period. They need to find one to tie. Ledrew pokes it past Clements. All the way into the corner, Ledrew almost lost his footing. Two Knights players come in to take the puck away. Halifax wisely has players back. Content to play a little more defense right now and try to protect this lead. Get themselves out of here with a victory. Halifax moves in over the blue line. Moves it over to the wall. McMinn takes a shove there from McDonald as the puck is turned over. Waugh passes behind McDonald. He'll play it back. And then back to him again. They're onside as McDonald gets it in. Into the middle, goes off of Voss and into the corner. McDonald bumps into Voss. Charlottetown gets an extra body in there to try and dig it out, but it's the Max who move it. McDonald moving in for Halifax. Sebastian trailing, tries to center the puck, great block. As Charlottetown gets the body in the way, Morrison. Campbell. Jude Campbell moving up ice for Charlottetown, give it to Murphy. Murphy, shot, great save by Fleming. Hits him square right at the top of the arches. We're 4-on-4 for just 14 more seconds. And then a power play for Charlottetown for just 16 seconds. 2:47 remaining in the third period. Off of the draw, Halifax able to force it out. Wobbling puck going down the ice. They bump into Arnold. Take him into the boards. Clements holding him up just enough not to draw the penalty. Player out of the box. Very brief penalty here as Stewart, 10 seconds. Gets taken into the wall by a couple of Macs. 3 of them down there as they win the puck. And the Macs will take as long as they can to send it down the ice onto Thompson. Penalties are over. We are 5-on-5. Up ahead for Stewart. Back onto the ice. Stewart sends it across for Jelly. Jonah Jelly moving in toward goal, can't get to the front of the net. He'll drop it back for Stewart. Stewart to the new fresh defense on the ice. Shot just wide from Waugh. Backhander from Campbell. Goaltender's completely out of the net, but Charlottetown cannot get it in there. And Fleming has it covered up, although no part of him is in the crease. You fight for every inch, and Cooper Fleming doing exactly that for Halifax. The Halifax fans appreciate the effort, making noise. 5-on-5, Charlottetown goaltender still in. If they get clean possession here, he might go. Charlottetown does win the draw. Waugh trying to play keep away from Ledrew. Ledrew pressing hard. Jelly flips it in deep. Ross Campbell chasing it down, but McDonald got there first for Halifax. Voss keeping it in at the line, back to Campbell. Campbell at the side of the goal, and that'll be covered up by Fleming. Goaltender's headed for the bench. Kiefer Thompson's done all he can today. 36 saves. But he is now on the bench, sixth attacker on for the Charlottetown Knights. They need one to tie here in this third period. They've got 1:30 to do it. Voss keeping it in for the Knights. Stewart gets knocked down to a knee. Halifax able to flip it out, gloving it down. Shot just missed. Icing. And Abbas's stick is launched out of his hands. Halifax says, come on, you can't ignore that. Referee says, watch me. It's a bit unsportsmanlike, but there's been a lot of penalties in this game, and you don't want the Zebras to decide it. Let the boys do it. Shot! Oh, Fleming made the save. Right off the draw, Clements let it go. Good hit along the wall. Net is still empty for Charlottetown. 1:05 to go. Puck along the wall, 5 players in there. Charlottetown banging away, but Halifax keeps it trapped against the boards until we get the stoppage. 1:01 remaining in regulation time. We have not had a game in this tournament go to overtime yet. There is 4-on-4 overtime for 5 minutes, should this thing get tied. Face-off won by Halifax. Around the boards, Arnold. They get it just out. Charlottetown trying to protect the puck so Halifax can't shoot at the empty net. They'll bring it back in, but taken off the stick of Arsenault. Halifax to lift it out, and it's another icing call. 42.6 seconds remaining for the Charlottetown Knights. Two losses in the round robin does not eliminate your chances of moving on to the final, but it makes it some difficult, and you will need some help. Here's McDonald. 33 seconds as they work it back to the line. Clements over to the other side. Over to McDonald. Shot! Fleming comes across to the right. Makes the save and holds on for the Max. There was open net for McDonald, and then suddenly Cooper Fleming slides into view. 27.2 remaining. Now just 20 seconds as the Max win possession. Fletcher trying to softly flip that one down from center. It didn't make it. Arsenault will pick it up. Do they have time? They're onside. So the puck sent back out by Halifax. Clements will stop it. He needs to get down the ice in a hurry. Final 5 seconds. Halifax blocked it, but it fell to Jelly. Into the middle for McDonald. McDonald falls down to the Bass. We get a pile in the middle, and the Max hold on for the victory. The Halifax McDonald's spill onto the ice in celebration. They improved to 2-1. with one game left coming up tomorrow for them, and that'll be against Moncton. Especially considering we still have one more game today. We'll see what happens in that one. Again, the Knights not out of contention, but at 1-2, they will need to win their last game, which will be against the East Coast Blizzard tomorrow. Charlottetown has played the Growlers, Flyers, Max, yes, Blizzard is their last game to get themselves to 2-2 and give themselves a chance to move on. Player of the game presentations now. Jacob Fletcher, no doubt about it. Player of the game for the Halifax Max. He did it all today. And Jonah McDonald, player of the game for the Charlottetown Knights. And the Knights, much like our mascot, are salty. It was a heck of a fight. The Knights gave them everything they could handle, and they get a salute from the PEI fans who've made the trip to support their team. Again, every game that Charlottetown has been involved in has been a wonderful hockey game to watch. Very exciting right to the very end. But they come up just a little bit short in this one as Halifax holds on for a 5-4 victory over the Charlottetown Knights. Max are 2-1, Knights are 1-2, and both teams will conclude their round robin tomorrow as Halifax will take on Moncton and Charlottetown will meet the East Coast Blizzard. Thanks so much for joining us on AOTV. Hope to see you again as we have the Newfoundland Derby coming up tonight at 8 o'clock as the Pinnacle Growlers and East Coast Blizzard collide. My name is Matt Little, and I will catch you then. Final score once again, Halifax 5, Charlottetown 4, here in Paradise at the Atlantic Championships.